Hello, I'm the official name rater. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Blipbug, oh shit, what's the second one called? Dottler and Orbeetle. There you go. Orbeetle's a really good name, by the way. I really feel like they, especially since Hisui, they've stepped it up. They've gotten pretty good with some of their official names. And in the last episode, we saw basically nothing but AI generated garbage, so I think I'm just going to start with Ranker this time instead of ending it, because without things like Pokemon.net, it doesn't really matter. We're not going to get explanations anyway because they're all garbage. So let's see what Ranker did probably first, while the rest of the internet regurgitates and vomits the stuff back out. June 23rd, 2023. Oh, that's not recent at all. Oh no. They definitely didn't do it first. Megamind's a totally fine name. I 100% support it. It works as a generic psychic type nickname you can put on pretty much anyone. I feel like we probably saw it in the Alakazam episode. I don't know. But yeah, I support this. Do I think there's anything special? I mean, I guess Megamind was an alien, right? And Dottler is meant to be the UFO thingy. Hive Mind is a little nice joke here. It would be better if it were a bee. But like, you know, credit where credit's due. I like Galaga. I actually like that one. Galaga and Galaxia. Hold on, let me write these down. Because those are ones I've had, like, those are one I've thought about before as, like, those could work for nicknames, but who they fit. And, like, so far we're leaning heavily into the spaceship alien theme. And that's fine. And just for the sake of it, I don't necessarily mind Orion as a nickname either. Ripley, I'm assuming, is based off of Ripley's Believe It or Not. And, well, guess that would fit the theme of aliens. Or are aliens featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not? I don't know. Is Ripley actually considered like accredited? Like, is that thing where it's like they're not called out for being a scam, like Chris Angel or something like that? We'll go ahead and acknowledge Sputnik for the sake of space as well. Moving on. Down here is Beetlejuice. I feel like I've seen this in the past before. I feel like it's been a nickname for a Pokemon before. My mind's like Heracross. Another part's like, nah, I don't think we technically saw it during the recordings of Name Raider. It might have just been something elsewhere. But, I mean, for the sake of it, Beetlejuice is worth mentioning, I guess. Prometheus. I don't know if this is the intent, but I think back at the little, I think it was Nick? I don't remember. Prometheus Bob, where it was like a claymation of an alien and a caveman. I don't know if that's what they're going for. Prometheus, isn't that like a god or some shit? It probably is. But that's what I go to. E.T. for more alien. Eggman because I guess fly and ship and looks like spaceship. We're really leaning into it here. Scully for the X-Files. I don't really care for that, but it's worth acknowledging it. Picard if you want Star Trek. Again, not striking my fancy, but it's worth acknowledging it. Mulder is also X-Files. We're going to assume Marvin the Martian on this one. I don't think that's a good choice because Marvin is an actual name. Gundam, I guess Gundam Wing. That's about robots or something, right? I don't really think that fits Orbeetle, but whatever. Lair from the planet Omicron Persei 8. There's an idea that I would not use, but yeah, I mean, it's different, I guess. So I want to highlight this one just because it won't let me right-click on it. It probably doesn't show you, but it says embed right here when I highlight it, and then I right-click and it deselects, and it's like back, forward, reload, save as, print, cast. It doesn't give me the idea of the ability to search it with Google, and I apparently made it disappear. But this is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't really have too much opinions on it. I would think a 4-star Ladybug of Doom first, but that's too long of a name. And then Robugnik, I guess, if you wanted a different parody of it. I support the concept of Bookworm because, like, smart, I guess, but it's kind of like Hive Mind, where it's like, it would be better if it was, like, a psychic worm, maybe. I think you could do that. Like, you could use it for Flapple or something, but it'd still be kind of lost. Mastermind is basically the same as Megamind, but I'm going to bring that up in case you couldn't switch the words around yourself. We did technically see Beetleborg before. I want to say that was the Genesect episode, and it was taken from Reddit. And, I mean, I don't necessarily think you're going to top Genesect if you're going to use that nickname. But if you want to, sure. Another one that I've been thinking about in relation to the Heracross episode was Punchbug, like the Volkswagens. So, I mean, I guess if you want that, there's another idea for you. Even though that's an actual beetle and not a ladybug. I don't even know why the emote codec for the Ladybug is labeled Beetle. We saw Robotnik quite a few times, so we'll acknowledge Dr. Wily as well. Okay, well, we looked through everything. This was another one that was blocked from, hey, the site's not safe, so I didn't look at that. But in other words, I looked at everything else, and, like, it was okay. There wasn't anything too special, I don't feel. I don't have a personal choice, but I did write down Galaga and Galaxia, because I actually like those, and I might actually use those. Fun fact for you about Orbeetle. It actually stays the same size. It never gets any bigger upon evolution. I think it's 16 inches is how big they are across their entire evolution. That's why in the thumbnail they're all about the same size. Isn't that neat? Anyway, comment suggestions. We have UFO in French and Joanna. Joanno. And I don't really care for either one of those, but maybe you do. So that's that. Any other ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let's also try and keep in mind, Gigantamax isn't real anymore. So although landing in the space theme works, it only works to so good of a degree now. I mean, it's in the name, Orbeetle. Like, it's gonna be there regardless, but... yeah, just like Mega Evolutions, you know, fuck Gigantamax too. Honestly, I didn't really like the Dynamax Gigantamax gimmick anyway, so it's fine with me. Yeah, let's come up with some new nicknames for this little guy.